Good morning, everyone, and a very warm welcome to the Royal Veterinary College Graduation 2026. As Vice Chair, I declare this ceremony for the presentation of graduands, the conferment of degrees and awards, and the presentation of students who have completed their courses now open. And I invite the President and Principal to address you.
Do please be seated. Vice Chair, ladies and gentlemen, graduates, it's my great pleasure as Principal and President of the Royal Veterinary College to add my very warm welcome to this most special day and sweltering day here at the Barbican for our major celebration this year. It's very warm. Do feel free to undress if you wish. It's about to get a few degrees hotter. Boom, boom. Before I go any further, might I take just one moment to introduce the podium party. To your far left is Professor Oliver Pybus, Vice Principal for Research and Innovation. Next to him, my deputy, Professor David Church. Our Vice Chair for Council has just introduced herself, Jane Alexander. Next to her, Professor Ken Smith, who's head of our graduate school. And next to him, Associate Professor Isabelle Orris, co-director of the Biological Services Programmes, who will all be taking part in this ceremony today. It is a very special day, and unusually, I'm in a position where I lead off proceedings by the award of a fellowship. And so, Vice Chair, I present to you this person, Barbara Baroness Young of Old Scone, for the award of a fellowship of the RVC. Fortunately, former chair, you're a long way away from me, so I can say what I like. It's my privilege and pleasure to present to you Barbara Baroness Young of Old Scone for the award of a fellowship of the RVC, a recognition that is strictly limited in number and the highest honour the university bestows. Baroness Young is one of the United Kingdom's most distinguished public figures, a leader whose influence has been felt across government, healthcare, conservation, education and the voluntary sector. A member of the House of Lords since 1997, she has dedicated her life to causes that are pivotal for both the current generation, but most importantly, future generations. Hailing from Perth and educated at the University of Edinburgh, Barbara has demonstrated throughout her career effective leadership, intellectual rigour, combined with a commitment to practical action and impact. The list that follows is impressive and exhausting and surely unsurpassed in modern times. And this isn't the complete list. She has served as Deputy Chairman of the BBC, Chair of English Nature, Chief Executive of the Royal Society for the Protection of Birds, Chief Executive of the Environment Agency, Founding Chair of the Care Quality Commission, Chief Executive of Diabetes UK, and Chancellor of Cranfield University. More recently, winding down, she has taken on the role of Chair of the Forestry Commission, continuing her lifelong dedication to the natural environment. This appointment complements her previous role as Chair of the Woodland Trust. Ladies and gentlemen, there are some who cannot see the wood for the trees. In Barbara Young, we have someone, it is clear, who can see the wood and the trees. Yet impressive titles alone do not explain why Baroness Young is so widely respected. Her distinction lies in her ability to drive change. As Chief Executive of the Royal Society for the Protection of Birds and later of the Environment Agency, she became one of the most influential voices in British environmental policy. She championed the protection of wildlife, the restoration of habitats, and the sustainable management of our natural resources long before climate change became the defining issue it is today. However, impressive as this may be, we are not here to recognise her past history and her employment. We're here for her signal contribution to this university as the previous chair of the Council of the Royal Veterinary College, a position she held from 2019 to 2025, succeeding Lord Donald Currie of Kirkcaldy. When asked what I looked for in a chair, I responded that ideally they should be someone who is very busy somewhere else. My wish was granted in spades. In taking up her role, Barbara brought her own style and qualities, and to my knowledge, the first for the RVC to do so from the Labour benches in the Lords. So what of these qualities? First is her commitment to quality and governance, epitomised most remarkably by her gentle but firm support for the executive during the COVID-19 pandemic years. Through that particular episode, I came to realise by her example that one does not necessarily have to be either a glass half full or a glass half empty person. Rather, one should regard the issues of the day from both perspectives. Second, her humanity. As always, students first, and always with a keen eye on the hidden curriculum or non-academic aspect of student life. She embraced the student voice in all her committees. Never one to forget a birthday, and always aware of the personal and social aspects of even the most senior of working relationships, it is only she that would think to send a haggis on Burns night to this maroon principal in the dark days of the third lockdown in 2021. Third, her political finesse, as she managed to steer the tricky course between her commitment as chair of the Woodland Trust and the chair of the RVC Council as we plan to develop property close to ancient woodland. Woodland owned by the university, and by close I mean 10 metres. 30 metres, Baroness. And so on. A force with which to be reckoned. I wondered how on earth she appeared to be aware of all the student issues long before I raised them with her at our regular one-to-ones. Little did I know she had assembled a small dining club for a number of select students who were more than happy to spill the beans on my performance, or lack thereof, over a pizza, and I dare say shared stories of daring do in the dressage ring. Ah yes, the dressage ring and all things equestrian. Ladies and gentlemen, nobody is perfect. In the thick of the fray, it is sometimes difficult to take stock of the progress one makes as an individual or as an institution. Look, when others happen upon the chapters of our history which describe the oversight that Baroness Young and her council provided to the university, there will be no doubt it will be regarded as a golden era. Record numbers of students, outstanding financial performance, international recognition year on year, major construction projects delivered, and research power the highest in our peer group, as well as gold and silver awards for our teaching. All delivered recognising the clear and important distinction between governance and executive function, at least most of the time. Working together builds friendships, and the fond regard with which Baroness Young is held by so many is testament to the personable and familiar style with which she conducted business. Never one for airs and graces and titles, respect was earned whilst informality oiled the cogs of council proceedings, with first names her preferred salutation. That said, there is absolutely no truth in the rumour that I ever, in her absence, referred to her as Babs. For the avoidance of doubt, that was Professor Church. It was my pleasure to accompany the Baroness to the celebration of the life of the late Frank Dobson, a one-time council member and supporter of the RVC, and who had been the Secretary of State for Health in the Blair government. With most of the senior political figures probably assuming the Baroness had a new bag carrier, I got to witness at first hand something akin to that which Moses must have done as she entered the hall and the Red Sea parted before her. I truly was with political royalty. Deputy Chair, with regard to that royalty and ensuring there remains at least one other royal moniker in the Baroness's life, for all she has done for society, but particularly for her signal contribution to this university, by authority of the Council, I ask that we bestow a fellowship of the RVC on Barbara Baroness Young of Old Scone.
Vice Chair, Principal and President, and guests, it is my privilege to present to you Professor Marion Koopmans. Marion is one of the world's foremost experts on emerging infectious diseases. Her work has had a significant impact on our understanding of the pathways by which new viruses emerge at the interface between animals and people. Through a career that has spanned veterinary practice, cutting-edge research, scientific leadership, and providing advice to governments, she has exemplified the principles of a One Health approach to disease, demonstrating how veterinary science and human biomedicine can work together to address major challenges in public health. Marion is, by all accounts, an astonishingly busy person. She is currently Professor of Public Health Virology at Erasmus Medical Centre in Rotterdam, a scientific director of the Netherlands Centre for One Health, and founder of the Pandemic and Disaster Preparedness Centre. Until recently, she was also head of the Department of Viroscience at Erasmus and director of the Netherlands National Influenza Centre. Of the many advisory groups that she contributes to, one deserves particular mention. In 2021, Marion was one of only 8 international scientific experts sent by the World Health Organization to Wuhan, China, to investigate the origins of the SARS coronavirus that caused the COVID pandemic. Marion was born in a small village in Limburg, the southernmost and highest region of the Netherlands, where hills reach a dizzying 100 meters above their surrounding area. Perhaps it was from this lofty perspective that she developed her lifelong love of hiking, mountains, travel, and photography. She knew from an early age that she wanted to be a vet and was inspired by a Dutch TV series about a veterinarian in East Africa. Marion left Limburg to study veterinary medicine at Utrecht. She graduated as a Doctor of Veterinary Medicine in the early 1980s and stayed there as both a specialist in large animal medicine and as a PhD student in virology. Subsequently, in 1990, she was awarded a PhD for her studies of enteric viruses in cattle. During her training, Marion developed an appreciation of how disease critically depends on the interactions between animals, people, society, and the environment. At a work placement at the National Dairy Development Board in India, she saw how poverty can affect both human and animal health. And as a visiting fellow at the Centers for Disease Control in the USA, she learned how fundamental research could influence both clinical practice and public health. Today, Marion is a passionate advocate for holistic and preventative approaches to understanding disease. In her own words, she explains it as follows: the health of people cannot be seen separately from that of animals and ecosystems. That's exactly what One Health is about. You can wait until an outbreak occurs, but it's better to understand when and why it is on its way. Marion has made significant advances across a wide range of diseases that affect people and animals. In the early 2000s, she characterized the transmission to humans of a new avian influenza virus in commercial poultry. And during the COVID pandemic, Marion and her team discovered that the SARS virus could jump readily between humans and mink on mink farms, proving how easily the virus can cross the species barrier. and her foundational work on the prevalence of the MERS coronavirus in camels paved the way for MERS vaccine research currently being undertaken at the RVC. Marion has received many accolades and awards. She is a member of the Royal Netherlands Academy of Arts and Sciences and was the first recipient of the Stevens Prize, which is the highest award for research of international standing in the Netherlands. She's well known as a passionate communicator of science and worked tirelessly on social media during the pandemic to explain virology and epidemiology to the general public. As a result, she was awarded both a Machiavelli and the Iris Medal for her achievements in science communication. I spoke to several of Marion's colleagues, past and present, and they all mentioned two things. First is her dedicated and consistent support of early career researchers and her enthusiasm for new scientific problems and challenges. And second is that all too often she tries and needs to be in two different meetings at the same time. I asked Marion if there's anything she'd like to say to those celebrating here today. She responded as follows. Our world faces a lot of change that will affect human, animal, and ecosystem health in multiple ways. Understanding the biology of these complex processes is important for preparedness. We need you to generate the insights that will help build our resilience for the future. President and Principal, Professor Marion Koopmans is a world-leading disease researcher and a powerful public advocate for the value and impact of the One Health approach. I present her for the award of Honorary Degree of Doctor of Veterinary Medicine, honoris causa.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you those candidates who have completed the Bachelor of Science in Biological Sciences. Rahima Ali. That concludes the candidates who have completed. Make Ku. Shayan Patel. Yusan Singh. That concludes the candidates who have completed the Bachelor of Science in Bioveterinary Sciences. Please join us in congratulating them. I present to you those candidates who have achieved the Bachelor of Science in Animal Biology, Behaviour, Welfare and Ethics. Alicia Ahmed. Neve Aldridge. Eddie Aaron. Maya Bourne. Jessica Catherine Dury. L. Eltham. Jessica Fry. Amber Louise Harrison. Callum Akil Hunter. Lily Rose McKernan. Annika Ray Petty. Carlin Suzuki Seago. That concludes the candidates who have achieved the Bachelor of Science in Animal Biology, Behaviour, Welfare and Ethics. Please join us in congratulating them. I present to you those candidates who have achieved the Bachelor of Science in Biological Sciences. Victoria Erin Best. Alexander Rufus Bridgewood. Amon Ganam. Alisa Kuprianova. Stephanie Selene Maglalash Murray. Paimon Montavazelli. Philippa Musava. Andrew Ewan Onefo. Naomi Daniel Sidhu. That concludes the candidates who have achieved the Bachelor of Science in Biological Sciences. Please join us in congratulating them. I present to you those candidates who have achieved the Bachelor of Science in Biological Sciences, Wildlife Health Sciences. Justine Jean Martine Flockel. Nia Kaylee Griffiths. Amira Khan. Zoe Louise Mason. That concludes the candidates who have achieved the Bachelor of Science in Biological Sciences, Wildlife Health Sciences. Please join us in congratulating them. I present to you those candidates who have achieved the Bachelor of Science in Biological Sciences, Wildlife Health Sciences with placement year. Sophie Oatfinowski. That concludes the candidates who have achieved the Bachelor of Science in Biological Sciences, Wildlife Health Sciences with placement year. Please join us in congratulating them. I present to you those candidates who have achieved the Master in Science in Biological Sciences. Molly Harris. Mohammed Hassan Mahin. Julia Slazak. That concludes the candidates who have achieved the Master in Science in Biological Sciences. Please join us in congratulating them. I present to you those candidates who have achieved the Master in Science in Biological Sciences, Wildlife Health Sciences. Caitlin Marie Abrahams. Emma Nevin Burley. Emma Rebecca Christie. Erin Earnshaw. Tilly Hermione Sprigg. That concludes the candidates who have achieved the Master in Science in Biological Sciences, Wildlife Health Sciences. Please join us in congratulating them. I present to you those candidates who have achieved the Master in Science in Applied Biological Research. Megan Cayley Dawson. That concludes the candidates who have achieved the Master in Science in Applied Biological Research. Please join us in congratulating them. I present to you those candidates who have achieved the Bachelor of Science in Bioveterinary Sciences. Jean-Marie Bernard Tamasi. Samantha Rose Bishop. Thomas George Branford. Maria Bustos Lopez. Chloe Chi Wei. Karsten Chung. Sadie Cooper Clark. Sophia Phoebe Di Bernardini. Shania Julian D'Souza. Sophia Jasmine Mia Flower. Aidan Joel Folks. Matilda Jean Gumbel. Isabella Lucy Rose Johnston. Ronit Khanam. Dina Kaufman. Victoire Guadeloupe Jeanne Le Bourgeois. Tharsika Mahendran. Dylan Ruriad Marsh. Paris Nicole Metzen-Halsey. Lily Nugent. Agta Obtuwalwich. Clara Julie Reichold. Sophia Charlotte Hannah Richmond. Bethan Amy Roberts. Manraj Singh Sanghera. Joy Shakir. Anna Subramanian. Hai Ting Wong. Amara Yagway Ray. Vivian Young. That concludes the candidates who have achieved the Bachelor of Science in Bioveterinary Sciences. Please join us in congratulating them. I present to you those candidates who have achieved the Intercalated Bachelor of Science in Bioveterinary Sciences. Maria Ivanova. That concludes the candidates who have achieved the Intercalated Bachelor of Sciences in Bioveterinary Sciences. Please join us in congratulating them. I present to you those candidates who have achieved the Master in Science in Bioveterinary Sciences. Eleanor Louise Bird. Harley Marie Griffith Hall. Arutan Paramizivan. That concludes the candidates who have achieved the Master in Science in Bioveterinary Sciences. Please join us in congratulating them. I present to you those candidates who have achieved the Intercalated Bachelor of Science in Comparative Pathology. Alex Thomas Chapman. Julia Georgina Coltart. TJ Ellis-Dale. Grace Diniz Morris. Tabitha Turner. That concludes the candidates who have achieved the Intercalated Bachelor of Science in Comparative Pathology. Please join us in congratulating them. That concludes the candidates who have achieved an Undergraduate award. Please join us in congratulating them.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you those candidates who have achieved the Graduate Certificate in Advanced Veterinary Nursing. Cara Skelvin. Lisa Joan Hoskins. Ailsa Sandford Kemp. Laura Marie McManaman. Jessica Jane Radford. Lauren Catherine Scott. Ronnie Townsend. Sky Sophie Eden White. That concludes the candidates who have achieved the Graduate Certificate in Advanced Veterinary Nursing. Please join us in congratulating them. I present to you those candidates who have achieved the Postgraduate Certificate in Advanced Veterinary Nursing. Lisa Emma Astbury. Jenna May Blake. Rhiannon Jill Haslam. Natalia Jade Penfold. Sophie Piper. Nicole Elizabeth Ann Wren. Emma Sutherland. Amy Ward. Andrew Stephen Ward. Nicola Jane Williams. That concludes the candidates who have achieved the Postgraduate Certificate in Advanced Veterinary Nursing. Please join us in congratulating them. I present to you those candidates who have achieved the Master of Science in Livestock Health and Production. Florence Turley. That concludes the candidate who has achieved the Master of Science in Livestock Health and Production. Please join us in congratulating them. I present to you those candidates who have achieved the Master of Science in One Health, Ecosystems, Humans and Animals. Jada Sola, Juliana Hajau. Aranusha Babu Saroja. Abhishek Chawan. Orla Conlon. Yumi Kawamoto. Katie Lara Nolan. Anna Frances Sugden. That concludes the candidates who have achieved the Master of Science in One Health, Ecosystems, Humans and Animals. Please join us in congratulating them. I present to you those candidates who have achieved the Postgraduate Diploma in Veterinary Clinical Practice. Hannah Louise Belton. Danielle Taylor Golds. Lauren Shan Griffith. Emily Rose Hocking. Catherine Naomi Keeble. Priyanka Kumar. Katharina Lund. Chun Hin Mok. Amardeep Panasar. Lara Elizabeth Richardson. Morwenna Elizabeth Robinson. Lorenzo Ruggiero. Natasha Shah. Kimberly Louise Tum. Kendall Brittany Troll. Georgios Veretos. That concludes the candidates who have achieved the Postgraduate Diploma in Veterinary Clinical Practice. Please join us in congratulating them. I present to you those candidates who have achieved the postgraduate certificate in veterinary education. Antonio Miguel Goncalves Travassos Galvao. Cloda Kate Mullins. Ilaria Vercese. That concludes the candidates who have achieved the postgraduate certificate in veterinary education. Please join us in congratulating them. I present to you those candidates who have achieved the postgraduate diploma in veterinary education. Saira Khurshid Akhtar. That concludes the candidates who have achieved the postgraduate diploma in veterinary education. Please join us in congratulating them. I present to you those candidates who have achieved the Master of Science in veterinary education. Ricardo de Matos. Cornelia Visser Gilroy. Susanna Nicola Taylor. That concludes the candidates who have achieved the Master of Science in veterinary education. Please join us in congratulating them. I present to you those candidates who have achieved the Master of Science in Veterinary Epidemiology. Charlotte Alice Barber. Rebecca Jane Edwards. Adam Michael Jacobson. Kit Yi Ella Lai. That concludes the candidates who have achieved the Master of Science in Veterinary Epidemiology. Please join us in congratulating them. I present to you those candidates who have achieved the Master of Science in Veterinary Epidemiology and Public Health. Irina Raquel Carvalho Martins. Roberto D'Ambrosio. Carolina Marta Drevek. Sarah Rose Narina Fort. Montague Charles Payne. That concludes the candidates who have achieved the Master of Science in Veterinary Epidemiology and Public Health. Please join us in congratulating them. I present to you those candidates who have achieved the Master of Science in Wild Animal Biology. Bucky Besanko. Jade Lauren Bolt. Angelica Brachetti. Alyssa Florence Cady. Amber Francine Charlemagne. Lisbeth Sally Loretta Davis. Nicole Filippelli. Amelia Elizabeth Harrison. Eleanor Kate Jones. Ilana Rose Smith. Oliver White. That concludes the candidates who have achieved the Master of Science in Wild Animal Biology. Please join us in congratulating them. I present to you those candidates who have achieved the Master of Veterinary Medicine. Guido Bertoldi. Michael Alexander Koinish. Eleanor Juliet Harrison. Madeline Lewis Mestas. Federica Porcarelli. Alison Claire Linton Robertson. Joseph Adam Simon. Emily Jane Stacey. Emma Wright. That concludes the candidates who have achieved the Master of Veterinary Medicine. Please join us in congratulating them. And that concludes the candidates who have achieved a taught postgraduate award. Please join us in congratulating every one of them.
I present to you those candidates who have achieved the Master of Research. Tarry Bremner. Trinity Camacho. Emma Jade Grimaldi. Ellison Sian Lumsden. Stephanie Maria Mayer. Katie Louise Redhead. Shaina Thacker. That concludes the candidates who have achieved the Master of Research. Please join us in congratulating them. I present to you those candidates who have achieved the Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Mary Georgina Ball in the field of cardiovascular medicine. Dr. Stephen Cahalan in the field of neuromuscular disease. Dr. Claire Curell in the field of neuroscience. Dr. Callum de Hoost Thompson in the field of molecular parasitology. Dr. Catherine Ann Fletcher in the field of animal welfare science. Dr. Isabelle Litton Gabain in the field of parasitology, child and maternal health. Dr. Sophie Hedges in the field of antimicrobial resistance. Dr. Sarah Louise Hobbs in the field of clinical animal behaviour. Dr. Mark Hopkinson in the field of skeletal dynamics. Dr. Amber Louise Laws-Johnson in the field of agricultural and environmental policy and economics. Dr. Claire Alexandra Massey in the field of neuromuscular disease. Dr. Victoria Louise O'Hara in the field of neuromuscular disease. Dr. Amy Kim Cynthia Ross in the field of equine genetics. Dr. Lavinia Scudiero in the field of political economy. Dr. Alexandra Mary Shattuck in the field of canine embryology. Dr. Alana Kate Sheridan in the field of biomedical sciences. Dr. Murilli Vasilociani in the field of intestinal pathobiology. Dr. Emily Marlene Young in the field of neurodevelopmental biology. I present to you those candidates who have achieved the Doctor in Veterinary Practice, Dr. Ian Lowry in the field of poultry production efficiency. That concludes the candidates who have achieved the Doctor of Philosophy and Doctor in Veterinary Practice. Please join us in congratulating them. And that concludes the candidates who have achieved a research degree. Please join us in congratulating them all.
Just bear with me. We're good. Ladies and gentlemen, President, Principal, Vice Chair, I present to you those graduates who are to be awarded prizes. From the Bachelor of Science in Biological Sciences, Wildlife Health Sciences, with a placement year, the winner of the Royal Society of Biology Top Project Prize from all advanced accredited degrees, Sophie Otonausi. From the Master in Science in Biological Sciences, Wildlife Health Sciences, the winner of the Royal Society of Biology's Top Student Prize for first place in all bioscience courses, Erin May Earnshaw. From the Bachelor of Science in Bioveterinary Sciences, winner of the prize for first place in all BSc Bioscience courses, Anna Subramanian. From the Intercalated Bachelor of Science in Comparative Pathology, winner of the McFadyen Prize for first place, Julia Georgina Coulthard. From the Graduate Certificate in Advanced Veterinary Nursing, winner of the prize for first place, Lisa Joan Hoskins. From the Postgraduate Certificate in Advanced Veterinary Nursing, winner of the prize for first place, Sophie Piper. From the Master of Science in One Health, Ecosystems, Humans and Animals, winner of the prize for first place, Orla Conlon. And from the Master of Science in Veterinary Epidemiology, winner of the Dogs Trust Prize for first place, Charlotte Alice Barber. This concludes the prizes for students. It's also my pleasure to announce the winners of our staff prizes, the Jim B Student-Led Awards for an outstanding individual contribution to student education for 2026. This morning's recipients Stephen Van Vinden for outstanding supervision. Ernest Atiemo for going the extra mile. That concludes the prizes for staff this morning. I now hand back to the President and Principal for what promises to be a sensational address.
I'll tell you what, I'll just tidy up here, David, shall I? We have one other bittersweet task before I get to my final address, and that is recognising that we are only who we are. We only exist because of our students. And an important part of student life at the RVC, and in fact an essential part of student life at the RVC, is that of the student union. And at this point in the ceremony, we see the changing of the guard, where Alexis Engelen will be leaving office, returning to the ranks, and I'm sure will continue to do an amazing job for her colleagues, to be replaced by Talia Dufour, who is now the new Student Union President. So I don't know exactly where they are. I think they're behind me somewhere. They are, they're over there. Would you like to come up? And our Vice Chair of Council will oversee the passing of the, not the gavel, but the medal. So thank you so much for all your service, Alexis, and good luck, Talia. It is an extraordinarily happy day here at the Royal Veterinary College. And when I first spoke to you, I was standing between you and your awards, and now I'm standing between you and your celebrations. And likely 1,000 Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn posts or whatever. But I would like to say a few words first, and start by saying congratulations to everybody who's received something this morning. Congratulations to you all. Ladies and gentlemen, I really respect you. My very first lecture was to students teaching them statistics. Yeah, and they didn't like the subject, and I don't think they liked me particularly. But at the end of the very first lecture, one of the students came up to me and she said, "Dr. Reid, if I had only had an hour left to live, I'd want to spend it in one of your lectures." Some people applaud at that point, by the way. But, anyway, what was it that so engrossed her? I spent a whole week wondering, was it the quick wit and repartee, the dress sense? I had no idea. So at the end of the second lecture, I asked her, I said, "What was it that you had so enjoyed?" She said, "Dr. Reid, if I only had an hour left to live, I'd want it to be the longest hour of my life." So I promise you I'll be shorter than an hour. It's such a special place, and RVC, I think, gets under the skin of everybody who has anything to do with it. I was speaking to a former member of the RVC who graduated some years ago, and he said to me, I think paraphrasing one of the great Scottish comedians, he said, "Stuart, you don't understand how special it really is. It was the scene of my first drink, my first dance, my first smoke, my first kiss, my first fight." He said it was a hell of a night. So, on a more serious note, though, I would like to add a few notes to what's been said so far this morning and that I've learnt through my career, and to our new graduates particularly. The first is to be humble. I go back to my very first job on the very first day when I had graduated thinking I had all the skills necessary to do absolutely anything that was put in front of me. My new boss said, "Stuart, would you please make a cup of coffee for everybody?" I was crestfallen. Here I was, a brand new graduate of a different university, admittedly, a wonderful one. I had studied hard for 5 years. And noting that I was crestfallen and looking a little anxious, he said, "Don't worry, Stuart, we'll show you how the kettle works." So there's a lot to be learnt, even from day one. The second lesson is never to underestimate the importance of people skills in particular. And I go back to the first week in my PhD when I just managed to completely annihilate a cell line. And my then supervisor said, "Stuart, if people like you, they'll forgive you anything." Then he looked at the several £1,000s worth of dead cells and said, "Just about anything." But remember, it's all about the people. People that we listen to, people that we build trust with, and people that we respect. Those qualities will take you a long way indeed. Also remember, and I congratulate particularly those who have won prizes, you've done particularly well, and you shall carry that pride with you for the rest of your careers. Most of the rest of us will have forgotten about it in a few months. And I have to say to you that degree classification counts less and less as you go through life, but very well done. What I can say to those of you who have not won prizes, maybe some of those of you who would regard themselves as maybe C-grade students, it does mean that you can fail your microbiology and still be principal of the RVC. Just saying. Fourthly, look after each other. No matter where your career takes you, there will be times when you need support, advice, or simply someone who understands what you're going through. Please, please do not be afraid to ask, and remember where we are. Stay connected to the people around you and remain part of the community. Keep in touch with friends, family and colleagues, those who have supported you to this point, and they will continue to be your greatest strength in the years to come. Also make all that you can of your professional networks, and never forget that RVC for Life is yours, and engage with us, please. You know where we live. And remember that wherever you go, you're joining professions and careers that each look after their own. Before I move on to the thank yous, my final piece of advice is this. Please, please, please be happy. Find something that excites you, that challenges you, and gives you a sense of purpose. I know that some of you have already got jobs, some have got some lined up, some may still be exploring opportunities, and some of you will have mastered the modern professional strategy of saying, "I'm keeping my options open." But good luck to you wherever you end up. But if you find something that you enjoy doing, you'll never do a day's work in your life. The world is broad, diverse, and evolving, offering more career paths than I think most of us recognise. And whatever your career lies, whether it's in research, education, industry, public health, whatever it might be, there's a place for you and an opportunity for you to thrive. Find what you love, pursue it with enthusiasm, and success is most likely to follow. And I'm just going to go off piste here. You know, in a society that is rubbishing expertise, in a society that is defunding education here and abroad, in a society that no longer recognises professional skills or lessens professional skills, you've made a big decision. You've invested in education, and it's our privilege as your supporters to see you blooming today, and I wish you very well. I turn to the back of the room, though, and I can see some very big smiles. I can also see a few dewy eyes. It's a time for celebration, but this is also bittersweet. Those behind you, beside you, remember the first day at kindergarten. Remember you leaving school. They remember you leaving home. They remember you winning a prize at sports day, or not. They've been there for you throughout. And to those families and friends and supporters in the audience, thank you for the encouragement that you have given and the reassurance and occasional emergency bank transfers that you have offered to our students. And I say to you, as our new graduates, if you're going to ask your loved ones for money, today is a really good day to do it. But in all seriousness, new graduates, if you can eyeball your family members, please turn and give them the biggest round of applause you possibly can. This year, the RVC celebrated its 6th consecutive year at the top of the QS rankings. We're also delighted to welcome the Princess Royal to officially open some of our new buildings. And we've had an exceptional year for all of our learning collaborations and discovery, including new teaching areas, laboratories, and study spaces. However, impressive though buildings are, and global rankings are important, and they only tell part of the story. The RVC has always been defined not by its buildings, its rankings or facilities, but by its people. And we have recognised a few members of our outstanding staff today, but there are a couple that we have lost this year, in fact more than that, and particularly Professor Alan Wilson and Dr Lisa Thurston, both of whom sadly lost this year. I know that many of you here today remember Lisa in particular, and she will have played an important part in your academic journey and your experience at the RVC. Their loss continues to be deeply felt across our community, and our thoughts remain with family, friends and colleagues, and we remember them with gratitude for all they have contributed to the RVC. They touch many lives, and we build on their amazing shoulders. As I say, we've been defined by our people in the past, and we will continue to be defined by them in the future. Dedication, expertise, generosity and kindness. Every lecturer, every tutor, every clinician, every researcher, every technician, every administrator, librarian and a member of our professional services has played a part in helping you reach today. And I am so grateful for them that they have. Without students, we have no staff. Without staff, I have no job. And I would like to thank them on your behalf, forgive me, for what they've contributed. Perhaps you join me in thanking our staff. And finally, I return to our newest graduates. You are our raison d'etre. You exist because we are an educational institution. We exist because of you. Yes, we're a first-class clinical facility, a first-class research facility, but we exist because we're a university and you make us what we are. And whilst we chose to educate you, and you chose us to educate you, our reputation is now very much in your hands. There's a worrying thought. But as you go out as our ambassadors, remember that aside, you carry with you the reputation, but all the strength and love and support that we have been able to offer you. And looking at you now, I know our future is in very safe hands indeed. And we look forward to working with you and following you as you work through your careers. The future is promised to nobody. Please go out and seize it. Your contribution will be invaluable. Society needs you. The professional networks need you. You can change the world, and as young professionals entering a range of professions that cover the planet, you have the responsibility to go out and make your mark. There was one family who had 3 children graduating on the same day a number of years ago. One child was getting a BSc, one was getting an MSc, and the third was getting a PhD. In jest, I asked the parent which was their favourite child. And they said, we love them all, but we love Michael at home much more because he got a job. So that's your challenge. So finally, class of 2026, thank you so much for all you've done, all the social events, your contribution to the college life, the sports, the work for charities. We could not have done it without you. Thank you for it all. You're entering a world, well, you will never be far from an RVC graduate, undergraduate or postgraduate, and the friendships you have formed here, the people sitting beside you today and the alumni network that stretches across the world will remain the greatest asset you will ever have. I returned to my early education, and in a maths class where our maths teacher came in and addressed us saying, boys, you don't know how stupid you are. And he said, and I'll prove it. Please stand up if you're stupid. Well, we didn't fall for that. And admittedly, educational techniques have changed. But then to my abject horror, the boy sitting next to me, a guy called Michael Martin, who was from the United States, very, very slowly got to his feet. I looked at him aghast, and our maths teacher said, Michael, you don't really think you're stupid, do you? And he said, no, sir, but I couldn't see you standing there all alone. And And as I recognise looking around, I am the only one standing. So I think with that, ladies and gentlemen, graduates, if you only remember one thing before you join us for a reception, and we've rehearsed this, remember that wherever you go and whatever you do, you'll always be an RVC graduate. Thank you very much.
I now declare the ceremony closed. Thank you.